So you've probably heard about basic income, right? It's a topic that's popping up everywhere, from big political debates to just casual chats with friends. But here's the thing. Almost every single time, these conversations get totally sidetracked. They get stuck on one tiny aspect and completely miss the real, deeper meaning of what this whole idea is about.
Just think about it for a second. The moment someone brings up basic income, what happens? Boom! The conversation turns into an accounting problem. It's all about spreadsheets and calculators. How much is this going to cost? Where's the money coming from? Is this bad for the economy? All these questions. They box the idea in, treating it like it's just about money. And honestly, that's exactly where we get it wrong. Looking at basic income through a purely economic lens, it's kind of like going to a symphony and only listening to the violins. Sure, you can hear the notes they're playing, but you're missing the entire masterpiece, the music itself. Because this isn't just another economic policy we're talking about. Nope, it's a much, much bigger question about the very nature of our society.
Okay, so to really grasp what's at stake here, we actually need to rewind a bit. Let's take a quick look at history. We're going to lean on the work of an economic anthropologist named Karl Polanyi. He gave us this really powerful way to understand how the relationship between our economy and our society has been completely transformed over time.
So Polanyi had this term for it, the embedded economy. And for most of human history, this was just normal. This was how things were. The economy wasn't some separate thing floating out in space. No, it was woven right into the very fabric of society. It was shaped by our values, our relationships, our culture, the whole shebang.
And here's the absolute key takeaway. The economy was a tool. That's it. It was something designed to serve human needs. It was the means to an end, not the end itself. Society was calling the shots. Society was in the driver's seat.
But somewhere along the way, in our modern world, that fundamental relationship got completely flipped on its head. The servant? Well, the servant became the master. Think about it. Instead of the economy being shaped to fit our lives, we're now forced to twist and bend our lives to fit the demands of the economy. Our schedules, what we study in school, even where we can afford to live. So much of that is now dictated by economic pressures. It's a total reversal.
And this new dominant master, the economy, it's relentless. It demands constant growth, constant efficiency, often without any regard for what it costs us as human beings or for the health of our communities.
Does any of this sound familiar? I bet it does. Because this isn't just some abstract academic theory. We're talking about real, tangible consequences that we see all around us every single day. Things like the rise of unstable, precarious work, that massive widening gap between the wealthy and, everyone else, and that constant low-level feeling of insecurity that just seems to follow so many of us around.
Okay, and this is exactly where basic income comes back into the picture. Because at its very core, it's not just a handout. It's a direct answer to this whole crisis. It's a really powerful attempt to finally fix that broken, upside-down relationship between us and the economy. So what's the vision here? It's a pretty radical shift, actually. We're talking about moving from a world where the economy completely dominates us to a world where we are back in control. Basic income is designed to give us that control by providing a stable foundation for everyone. It creates a solid floor beneath our feet, a level of security that frees us up to make choices based on our dreams and goals, not just on pure day-to-day survival.
So when you look at it like that, you can start to see why just arguing about the economics of it is so misleading. It totally misses the point. It misses the massive scale of what this is trying to do. We're not just talking about tweaking a budget line here. We're talking about rethinking our entire social contract from the ground up.
Look, this isn't just an economics problem. It's a sociology problem. It's about how we choose to live together. It's a psychology problem about what it would mean to reduce all that chronic stress and anxiety. It's an ethical question, a huge one, about dignity and what we owe each other. And it is absolutely a political question, all about power and freedom. Economics, it's just one slice of a much, much bigger pie. So when you strip it all the way, this conversation, it isn't really about money, not at its heart. It's about a fundamental choice. What kind of society do we actually want to build? It's about designing a system, a world, where every single person has that solid foundation they need to live a life with meaning and with dignity. So the next time you're in a conversation about basic income and it starts turning into a math problem, I want you to remember this. We are not just debating some line item in a budget. We are taking part in a massive, historical attempt to put humanity back where it belongs, right at the center of our own story. So the real question for all of us is this.
What role do we want the economy to play in our lives? Is it the master or is it the servant?